go from there. So welcome to Harvest Moon Magical Melody once again. My name is Lanaruse, and this game was released in the mid-noughts at the end of the life of the GameCube. You're only allowed to run this category if you're single. Yeah, totally. We're gonna start a brand new game fresh. Yes, so we're just gonna pick Spring and Girl because that is just the default. And the time starts right after I click A on this screen. We pick Spring, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, we're just gonna go for it. So let's do it. You are a girl born in the spring. Unfortunately, we were not progressive at this time, so if you want to marry Bob, you have to play a girl. Sad, sad. But I say let's go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so Harvest Moon Magical Melody, when you are getting married, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. And I will explain that once I get through this because there's just a little bit of mashing and all that that we have to get through. So, at the very start of the game, you have to choose between 3 plots. The ocean plot, the river plot, and the village plot. All of them have their pros and cons. However, we will be picking the ocean plot for a very specific reason, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But I'll introduce you a bit to this game, a bit to the story, which we're going to pay exactly 0 attention to because we don't care about the Harvest Goddess in this game, sadly. We'll see a little bit about her, but that's it. So our name is A, that is literally everything. The ocean plot is the second one, so we'll click that one. And we're gonna name it also A, because we don't care in this in these parts. Hello, Vanguard, welcome in. Back to nature, I don't, check the schedule. But yeah, hugs to everybody who is joining. It is great to have you here. So we are picking the ocean plot. It is very close to both the wood shop and the, whatchamacallit, the spring farm, which is really helpful. 4 hours, amazing. Thank you, Go-Go. So we're just gonna quickly organize our stuff. So first I put that away, I moved the bed here, I moved the toolbox. Almost there, and we go. All right, so that is the basic stuff. Oh no, Go-Go, don't mention that. I've definitely done that a couple times. All right, so this is when we are introduced to the main story of the game. The Harvest Goddess is very sad because people have forgotten to love and care for one another. And so you'll see what happens. She's gonna, you know, mourn the days long past for a bit. Fun fact, we did a cosplay of this Harvest Goddess on my channel at one point, and it was wild fun. And she's amazing. We love her, but we're never gonna see her. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna talk about marriage requirements while she's going into her little shtick, because the story is nice, but it really doesn't matter. So, in this game, I will talk about the actual requirements to get married, and maybe as I'm going along, I will talk about how the marriage category has developed over the course of the last year or so. I'm just gonna bring up a counter as well, because in this game we are throwing a lot of gifts at a lot of people. So I'm just gonna grab one of these. All right, so if we are talking marriage in this game, I know, I'm sorry, Barton, it's, yes. Okay, so marriage requirements in this game. In order to get married, you need to get your selected marriage candidate up to 8 hearts. Main requirement. 8 hearts for that to happen. And then, after you get those 8 hearts, you also have to make sure your house is at level 3. You also have to make sure that you have a large bed for reasons. And you also have to unlock the doctor, Alex. We don't know exactly why this is necessary, but our theory is that it has to do with the pregnancy counter that starts right after you get married. Either you as the character or your partner will get pregnant and have a child. I know, all the characters look so young in this game. It's a bit terrifying. Part of the reason why I like to marry Bob, because he is built like a truck and looks a wee bit not like he's 5. That's pretty much that. So yes, you have 8 hearts for your selected marriage candidate. You need level 3 house, large bed, and unlock the doctor. Then you will be presented with a cutscene to get the blue feather. You give it, it's beautiful. So, that's that. This is the marriage restricted category, so there will be some glitches taking place in this run. It's gonna be great. I'm very excited. And hopefully they go well. They can be a little bit temperamental at times, but I will definitely do some safe strats. And yes, only some glitches are allowed. We will be using it to get an absurd amount of money and infinite items in our pockets. We will not be using the tree route. Sorry, demo. That's for another day. But yeah, Bob is our favorite character over on my channel anyways. We obsess over him. Sorry about my button mashing. It's a habit. This is why I have carpal tunnel. And this is our introduction to Jamie. This is our rival, and they are actually also an eligible character for both playing as the boy or the girl. Jamie has a lot of other marriage requirements that we're not going to talk about, but I may have promised my viewers today that I will submit Jamie marriage to the next marathon. Rip me. So yeah, that is our brief introduction to our rival that we will never talk to again. And then these cute little ones are going to introduce us to the note system of the game and the pedometer system. But the pedometer, the pedometer we are never going to touch again, okay? So, I am going to, oh yes, also I forgot to mention another thing. In order to get the level 3 house in the large bed, you need to get one of the woodsmen up to 1 heart. There's a music note, there's 100 of them in the game, super funsies. Love this game because it's very task-oriented, and each note you have to do something in order to collect it. So, yes. It's super funsies. Alright, and this is the end of this first cutscene here. As a Jamie, I don't know how to feel. Oh my gosh, you're like 3, you're Jamie number 3 here, I think. Love it. I've seen so many Jamies already. Okay, so we are actually going to sleep through the first day because, well, after this Ellen cutscene, because we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. All the Jamies getting pulled out of work. Do we have any Bobs here? Do I have any Bobs? We're gonna get a quick Ellen cutscene here, super easy. Oh, Sam, listen, I will get you all caught up on that. Alright, yeah, I would love to talk about the development of this category as well, but I'll get there once I get through these initial cutscenes, for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Saturn, there is a Lana, but she's spelt wrong. So we're gonna go to bed really quickly because the spring farm is closed and we actually need that open. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna go see Best Boy in this opening cutscene. In order to get one of the woodsmen up to 1 heart, what we are going to do is we are going to gift Kurt wood stakes. It's my new favorite thing. So we're gonna grab a wooden stake. We are going to also go mining because that's important. I'll grab the stake after maybe and I'll go mining first. So yeah, kind of routing on the fly. I love it. I'll run to go mining first thing first. Yeah, we love Bob. He is built like a truck. And I'll make sure we grab everything we need. I'm going to grab, he looks like he ought to be your dad, listen. So we are going to need a couple things here. I'm gonna need my hammer and I'm gonna need my, not that, I'm gonna need my axe, okay? So we're gonna do this. Square is a shape. All right, so I am going to quickly, I'll do that later actually. Mainly because I need to go get some silver from the mine. The old stake does not work. It actually has to be a fresh stake. So Bob loves silver, and the only way to get silver, I'm gonna do loved gifts for this one because, I don't know, we love it. So we are going to run. Not too close to Jamie's farm because that's bad. And we're gonna go into the mine first thing. And we are going to drop down. So there is a reason for not picking the river plot, and it is a very good reason, and that is because the river plot actually has something in the way. All right, this is our good layout. So I'm gonna just dodge over here quickly. Bam, 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 bam. And we are looking for a nice happy silver. Oh my gosh, what would you know? It's right here. Because there is actually a particular generated floor 4 where I know where the silver is all the time. Funsies. It is not spliced, I promise it is knowledge. So now what I'm going to do is, I just needed to make sure that I wasn't gonna have really bad RNG and get a bad mine. And, oh bro, what? Is the audio really low? I can bump it up for you if you'd like. Get you that sweet jam music. Is my voice low too, Peach? No, I only know a lot about this game, I promise. Oh, I should have talked to Bob because he was outside, but I'm a bit far away now. So I'm just gonna go back to my house. And I am going to quickly cut this tree because this tree is actually in the way of our larger house. But yeah, so the reason the river plot is kind of sucky is because, yeah, I'm just gonna grab this here. I sound fine? Amazing. Okay. Yeah, as long as the game audio is, as long as you can hear me, that's the big thing, I would say. Just so you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna chop down this tree. Funny enough, it's not actually the stump that's in the way of the larger house. It is actually the leaves. So quickly gonna chop that down because now that the leaves are gone, we can build a bigger house. Oh, I know, the game audio is actually amazing. Now that it's past 9 o'clock, I'm gonna quickly run over here. And I'm going to meet Liz and Nina. They are in the spring farm. The reason I slept through the first day is because the spring farm is actually closed on Mondays. So that's why I'm doing this right now. Nina is another one of the eligibles. And I'm gonna quickly just hop over here. I'll bump up the game audio a little bit here. Okay, let's try that. Nina's super cute. I basically call her a cupcake. She's a cupcake. And we're gonna leave her. The reason that we're in the spring farm is because there is a particular glitch, a dupe that we do in this game, which is super snazzy. And it involves buying some turnip seeds so that we can do the glitch. So I'm gonna just pop over here. Just buying a lot. Alright, we'll do that because I just want to be really safe. Oh, Doug likes Nina. So what I'm gonna do is, I am full up, so I'm actually gonna just do this right now. We're gonna pass out because we need to unlock Alex, and there are 2 ways to unlock Alex. Either you can just go to the clinic and meet him on a day that it's open, so not Wednesdays. Or you can pass out and voila, you end up in the clinic and he's like, yo, take care of yourself. You are not good. So yes, turns out we found out it's not the limitation note you need to unlock marriage, it's just meeting Alex. So yeah, you don't have to do this if you're doing Alex marriage because you're gonna meet him anyways. But this is what you do to meet him. Super snazzy. Funny thing about passing out is you pass out on anything. So if you are standing in front of a well, if you are standing in front of a stake, you will pass out and your face will face through whatever's in front of you, and it's hilarious. I love it. Alright, so I'm just gonna focus on doing the dupe and then I'll tell you guys more about the development of this run. I'm not gonna mash outside. Actually, I will. No, I'm not. I'm not mashing outside. I will collect this note. In some runs, we will choose not to. If I was smart, I would have collected the stake before, but I forgot. It's okay. So what we'll do is I'm actually gonna clear out these. I got so many turnips because I'm stressed. But I'm just gonna do one of these, and I'm gonna steal another one. I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna do a quick dupe attempt. If it goes well, no problem. If it goes poorly, I'll go save and we'll try again. So I'm just gonna grab a steak from right here, I'm gonna tuck it in my pocket, and then I'm gonna go onto this turnip seed right here. I'm gonna stand far away from everything, and I'm going to do this. I'm gonna mash, and that was a perfect first try. So if you go to your menu and you do this, you see you have unlimited money. Bam! And basically, that's how you do it. So what I'm gonna do now that I have unlimited everything, is I'm gonna hop on over to the wood shop. Bam! And we're gonna go meet Joe and Kurt and Woody. Yeah, I know, demo. Curses, curses. Okay, so fun development about what we're gonna do. So in order to unlock some fun stuff in the wood shop, you need to get one of the woodsmen to 1 heart. We're gonna do Kurt because Kurt actually likes steaks. He's weird like that, like wooden steaks. And in order to make him happy, we're gonna shove 22 wooden steaks in his face. Now, if you're familiar with this game, you know that you can give a gift to someone and they'll put it away and say, thanks, but I don't want any more, okay? Funny thing though, they'll say they don't want any more, but they are actually still gaining affection points. So what you'll see that I do now is I do 1, and he'll say thanks. And then I give him another 1, and he says no thanks. So I'm just gonna keep track quickly and do this up to 22, and then we'll just check and make sure he has it. Checks are good. And then we'll do 4. I hope you like gift giving because we have so many, but this is why we've got lots of snazzy trivia for you today. And then when I get into the dupe giving to Bob, I encourage you, if you have any questions about the game or anything, I would love to answer them for you. I think that was 6. I lose count all the time. This is why this is why distractions are good. Okay, I think that's 7, 8, and Joe is just stuck. I don't know what he's doing. Can we have some F's in chat for Joe? 9. I know, this is why he's so weird. I don't know why you would like wood, but you know. So yeah, Joe is actually the fastest marriage candidate, and that is because for every other candidate, this is gonna be 12, you need to get one of the woodsmen up to 1 heart regardless. But if you choose one of the 2 woodsmen to marry, then you only have to get them up to 8 hearts. The 1 heart is automatically done, so that's kind of a bit of a bonus, I would say. Yeah, this is just a liked gift too, so it's not a loved gift, but it's still, the initial gift is plus 15 affection points. I lost track, sorry guys, chatting. But yes, if you're gonna marry Kurt, I would suggest herbal tea as a loved gift. Thanks so much, Walker. I really appreciate it. I'll check when I think I'm at 22. I'm close. So yeah, we're just getting him up to 1 heart, so liked gifts don't matter. Even though he says he doesn't want it, every time he puts it away because it's a liked gift, he's actually still gaining 4 affection points. How am I recording and playing? I use an Elgato HD 60S. It is a capture card, and I use it for a ton of games. Because I stream a lot of Switch games, GameCube games. I have a converter as well. I'm gonna check this after because I definitely lost track. But I'm gonna give 1 more and we'll see if he's at 1 heart, and if he is, bonus. So what we're gonna do is we check our menu and then we go to the hearts and we see he has 1 heart and I have a lot of money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run over to the counter, I'm gonna go into lumber, and I'm gonna do 101 just because it's easy. I'm gonna remodel my first house. This is a bit of a slow menu, but I'll say yes. We're gonna go straight to level 3. Oops, sorry, missed that one. And we're gonna plant it right here, bam. You can't buy a large bed until after your house is built. Oh yeah, I also forgot to redo these splits. So, the splits are gonna be wrong on my channel if you're watching, but don't worry about it, don't worry. All right, so now we're gonna go find Bob. And we've got a lot of stuff to give to Bob. I might do 2-day gifting actually because, ooh, except Thursday's closed. That's okay. Let's go find him. Boop. Here he is. We'll give a little hi to Bob. And then we're gonna take out our silver here and we're gonna start counting because this is a lot. All right, so I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna bring him up to about, not many. I'm only gonna bring him up to 15 because I don't wanna hit his cutscenes. And yeah, there's cutscenes. So they have a 2.5 heart cutscene, and they have, I believe, a 5 or 6 heart cutscene. And we can try to skip 1 or 2 of them if we do this all right. Can't promise it, but oh. Gotta love hitting reset counter when you're trying to press plus. So we're actually gonna gift him 150 silvers. I hope you love throwing gifts in people's faces, but this is why we've got fun trivia for today, because it is so good. You know, we'll actually just go up to 10 maybe. Let's just do 10. Oh yeah, he is huge. And then we're gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna split here, and I'm gonna skip Bob cutscene 1 and 2. There you go. And then this is where we are going to get this. Look at our large house, it's amazing! Silver storage. It's a cutlery drawer, yeah! Are VODs enabled here? Yes! They are. Usually after a marathon, Desert will separate them all into, into separate VODs for every run. So, yeah. Yes, we do have a channel on YouTube as well. Bam. Alright, so now that our house is upgraded, that is taken care of. I'm a little bit hesitant. Nah, I'll go out. We're gonna meet Carl today. Carl is such a sweet boy. He's gonna invite us to the Egg Festival, and we're gonna say we're gonna be there. But let me tell you right now, we're not gonna be there. Yeah, we're gonna be like, yeah, we'll help support you. We'll bring eggs, and we'll have an egg festival. And yeah, we're actually not gonna partake. But Carl is sweet. He's also an eligible candidate, and he is cute. So that's that. It's great. So we're gonna go outside real quick because it is Thursday. Unfortunately, I know we are ghosting Carl, it's a bit sad. And yeah, so just for you to know for the dupe, basically it stays duped until you either save or like reload a save, or you buy a bigger rucksack. Fun fact. So now we're gonna go into furniture. My inventory is not glitched, so all you have to do is go back here, do this, and you've got infinite money again. It does that sometimes, just does a little slip. You grab your furniture, you get a large bed, and you leave. Hey Soren, welcome in. I hope you are having one amazing Saturday. Great to see you at the marathon. Actually, because I'm a bit hesitant, I'm gonna go straight to bed. And there's a reason for this. Reason being, I want to put out the large bed, just so it's ready. Oh, that's not it. So I'm gonna take this, I'm actually gonna put this away, and I'm gonna take out the large bed here, just so it's ready, and I'm gonna go out. Yeah, that's true. Alright, so we're gonna head back over to the farm. Bob is not outside. Usually outdoor Bob is nice, but actually, you know what? Outdoor Bob is not nice when we're doing gifting. So for loved items, what's happening is every time you give it to him as an initial gift, you get plus 20 affection points, plus 5 for talking to him, and then he gets plus 5 every time he puts it away. We'll go check this barn over here for him first thing in the morning, because they're usually here if it's sunny. Yep, here we go. So we talk to him, it's amazing, and then we make sure we've got our silver, and then we start spamming. So we're gonna be here for a while. So while we're gifting, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the development of this run. So I first started speedrunning this about last year, February of last year. And at the time, the game manual and many sources tell you that in order to get married, you need to have 30 musical notes. So we were adding in 30 musical notes on top of everything. Turns out, through lots of lovely research, through a lot of the amazing community members, we just... Ellen! Ellen is, I will say, rooster blocking. Okay, she's in my way right now, so this is not... I hope she walks away. Yeah, so we needed 30 musical notes, and basically we were like, well, maybe we don't need 30, and we started realizing that, you know, maybe it's less, And eventually we settled on, you actually don't need any musical notes to get married. You just need to meet Alex, and that's literally it. Some are just gonna be collected, like literally Ellen is not moving. What is she doing? Usually she would walk away by now, but she is insisting on being in the worst position possible. I think I'm gonna move, because she's really stressing me out in this position, not gonna lie. A Lanaruse. Yeah, so it turns out that there's actually no musical notes needed. And so our routes changed rapidly so that we didn't actually collect musical notes. Yes, so Ellen is actually an old lady in some. There's Ellen, there's Ellie, there's a lot of them. It's great. And yeah, so HM lower, exactly. And then Desert also found out through researching in the memory that we would generally just run to their house and we would give them one gift a day. Because, yeah, basically we thought we could only give them one a day. And then they would say no. So that's why River plot was OP initially, because River was very, very close to people like Ellen, Bob, and Blue, who are available right from the start of the game. You have some bachelors, I separate them into categories. So you have some bachelor and bachelorettes that are already in town when you start the game, and available from 6 a.m. most days. You don't have to wait for their store to open at 9 or something. And then you have bachelors and bachelorettes that are already in town, but their store opens at 9. Or another time. And then there's a few other bachelor and bachelorettes that only come to town after a certain setting is, or like a certain, what do you say, requirement is met. Yes, the mayor is Theodore, actually, not Thomas, but there is a mayor and his name is Theodore. We saw him very briefly at the start, and we will see him again. We will see him again. So basically, we are going to be gifting 150 silver to Bob. We'll make sure he has 8 hearts before I leave. And then I will make sure to save. River plot's still the best. Yes, so let me tell you a little bit about all the plots in this area. So there's the village plot, or the town plot, sorry, which is pretty close to some good amenities. It's right next to the clinic. It's lovely. It's got not a lot of space, but it's easy to get places. This town's not very big though, so we don't really care about that. River is typically known as the best one because it has really fertile land for growing crops, and it's close to a lot of stuff, and the river is beautiful. And it's also right next to Ellen, Bob, and Blue, which is amazing. And then you have the ocean plot, which is quite large, so it's good for building a barn, a chicken coop. However, the land is not very fertile, so it can be a little difficult if you're trying to grow plants. Without the dupe glitch, how long does this take? Good question. I have never done a glitchless marriage run because you can imagine for someone like Bob, you have to get that many silvers. It's not quite 150. Hey, Krava! Yeah, as you'll see, I'm basically just never stopping taking silver out of my pocket. So yeah, so for Bob, it would mean mining enough silver to gift to him. In that case, I would say, like, maybe it's easier just to get something like build a chicken coop, get some eggs, give him eggs, you know? The thing is that silver, I know exactly where silver is, but not everywhere. Not everywhere. There's a certain mine plot that I have tracked all the way down to floor 10, which is sort of what you need for any percent. And that's a route that I have found that I would say works about 80 to 90% of the time. Sometimes it doesn't, and we have no clue why it doesn't work sometimes. But yeah, without this, it would involve getting a frick ton of silver and gifting it to him one at a time if you wanted to do a loved gift. You can also search up just what other things he likes. He likes a lot of farm products, so you can also, if you don't want to go mining and you just want to do something easy, like get an egg, dupe it, and then give it to him, that's fine as well. But yeah, also if anyone has any other questions about the game, the run, any other categories, just let me know. We're at 61 out of 150, and I would love to answer any questions you have while we're here. This is I would say this is the shortest category in the game. Not counting miscellaneous categories. They range from about 45 or like 40 minutes now to Well, if we're not counting Jamie Marriage. We're still trying to reset exactly every single one with the new route, but about an hour to an hour and a half, I'd say. Do I have a favorite category? Yeah. I love marriage category, for sure. But any percent restricted is my baby. So yes, any percent full glitched, I think, is down to 27 minutes. It is a brutal category. I highly recommend you never do it as your first one. You saw me do a dupe to get this. To do the any percent full glitched, it's really good and fast, but it involves, I think, 37 perfect dupes, and they need to be perfect. You can't screw it up. And it is extremely brutal on the arm. Yes, it is 27 minutes right now, yes. And yes, it is. If you want to get into this game, I would highly, highly suggest either Marriage, learn a character you like, gets you into the game a bit, or any percent restricted or glitchless. Glitchless is great. I think glitchless might actually be my favorite. Yes, so all notes right now is in the 17-hour range. However, after that run, we, Desert specifically, did a little more routing using some new strats that we found. And he says it's about down to 10 to 12 hours probably now. So that strat is what we like to affectionately refer to as the tree route. One thing we found is that if you plant trees, the entire community get hearts. So a pro strat is to unlock as many people as you can, and it's 100 trees for 1 heart. So, if you know this game, you know that every eligible bachelor and bachelorette gives you a little cutscene and a music note when they hit 2.5 hearts. I will not be submitting all notes for the next marathon radio. So if you want to get all of the bachelors and bachelorettes up to 2.5 hearts to get their friendship note and their gift, then it is 250 trees. Are you going to do Stardew Valley 2? I've actually never played Stardew Valley. I am a fraud. I am an absolute casual noob. No, I've actually never played Stardew Valley, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but the reality is that it will probably not be featured in this marathon because it specifically focuses on Harvest Moon Story of Seasons games. Not that I don't like it. I think it's a beautiful game, and I would love to try it someday for sure. But yeah, yes. So Tree Route is very intense, but it did cut down any percent glitched or any percent restricted very, very quickly. So that's that. Yeah. There are definitely some strong opinions on that. Obviously, a lot of us are biased because we do love the Harvest Moon Story of Seasons. Thing. Yeah, Tree Route is really, really cool. If you are interested in looking it up, I do have a bot of it up. You can search me on speedrun.com and it will be there. And it is constantly evolving. One of the main tricky things of this game... Hey, Sean, welcome in. All of the magical melodies, yeah. One of the tricky things about this game is that RNG is really, really heavy. As you've seen, we rely a lot on these dupes to do well, and so we rely on that and also weather RNG, and that comes into play really, really heavily in the longer categories, the any percent categories. Yes, there is no Wii version. So, yeah, weather, like cloudy weather, rainy weather, sunny weather. It's a lot. Yes, we love all the series, exactly. So yes, as Rena mentions, there is no Wii version. This was released on GameCube and Wii. However, we don't talk about the Wii version because it's bad. They removed the option to play as a girl, so you either have to play as a boy and only have the bachelorettes to choose from. And that's it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they also added motion controls, and I mean, you know, depends how you feel about motion controls, I guess, right? Rune Factory does count. We just haven't had anyone submit Rune Factory in a marathon as far, like, since I've been here anyways. So yes, there is a Wii version, and it is relatively, like, I'd say it's cheaper and easier to get online than the GameCube version for sure. However, I personally don't recommend it. I don't know if Uber ran the Wii version or just played this on the Wii, because you can also put a GameCube disc in a Wii. I'm playing on original hardware, so I am playing on my nice silver GameCube with my nice silver GameCube controller. Okay, we're at 110 out of 150, so we're getting close. We're getting close. Yeah, welcome in everybody who's just popping in. My name is Lanaruse, and we are running Marriage. Viewer voted, so today it was Bob. And if you're enjoying this, I am back tomorrow morning with another viewer voted with 5 different contestants. And then another couple hours after that, the lovely Vidya James. Just say it aggressively. Jamie will be back later with another marriage candidate. And they are all viewer voted, and they are all wild fun. Desert's here. Desert's here. Desert is running this whole thing. So, yes, it will not be Bob tomorrow. Bob is taken out of the pool tomorrow. And actually, yeah, it's 5 brand new contestants. I picked these 5 to start because they were all available right from the beginning, so you could get a good idea of what early game marriage looks like. And then tomorrow we'll do more late game marriage. But when I say late game, I mean like really it's not that big of a difference. Is Bob the easiest speedrun? No, the easiest is either Joe or Kurt. So the reason that Joe is the fastest is because we give him his loved gift, which is turnips. They're really easy to grow, high quality turnips, and he's super fast. With Kurt, you can either gift him his liked gift, which is steaks, or you can make herbal tea. Herbal tea is a little more complicated. I would go that route because the loved gifts, you have to give less, 150 versus 195-ish. So it's significant. You can see how slow they put stuff away. But for the herbal tea, you need to get a green herb, you need to buy a pot from the junk shop, you need to cook it. There's a lot of extra cutscenes in there, so you take your pick and you tell me what's fast. Yeah, Joe's the fastest. The reason that Joe and Kurt are the fastest is because one of the requirements to build the bigger house and all that is to get one of the woodsmen to 1 heart. So for any other person that's not Joe or Kurt, you are having to get Joe or Kurt up to 1 heart. We found that the fastest way now with gift spamming is Kurt, because the stakes are right there. You don't have to wait for anything to grow. You don't have to make anything. You just, throw it there and bam, bam. And that's that. So, yeah, they're super speedy. They're super speedy. Bob was the fastest at one point. I think, Desert, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Bob held world record when I ran him for a bit, right? Before we knew about everything. I think Bob held the world record for a bit. But as we started becoming aware of the actual requirements in this game, I will remind you, the actual game manual in the book, or like the game manual they give you with the game when you get it, it says 30 notes. World record right now is by Vidya at 40 minutes and some seconds with Joe. Just said a few months ago. Yes, I know, all liars. It's okay. One thing you'll notice on the internet, I highly recommend you guys, if any of you love this kind of thing, please join our Discord. We are constantly searching for more knowledge, and unfortunately, a lot of the online knowledge is not quite correct. It's not necessarily wrong, but it's not necessarily right. So, if you're ever looking for solid answers on things, probably someone will know. We have categories for every single, there's channels for every single game. So I'm just gonna quickly do a check here. We're gonna go to the affection screen. We see he's at 8 hearts, so we're gonna go to bed. Oh yes, honestly, I'm biased of course, but the Harvest Moon speedrun community is so wholesome and so lovely. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a little savey save. I'm gonna break the dupe specifically. And then we're gonna load. And that breaks the dupe, so now I can put things in my inventory. That is one massive downside of the glitch that we do. So the reason that it's so heckin' annoying is when you have unlimited things, you can, it's basically locks in whatever you have in your inventory at that moment, okay? However, you can't add anything in. So if you try to store something, it disappears into nothing. With the blue feather that we're about to get, it's devastating because if you store the blue feather and it disappears, bye. What is the world record for the bobcat? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, Bob category. Yes, I don't know. On my splits, it says 49.49. However, I don't know if that's current or not. With there being 20 bachelors and bachelorettes, unfortunately, I don't know all the times. So yeah, this is absolutely the worst part of the run, gonna be honest. Right here, we're gonna be doing a little mini game here that involves climbing. If you've never done this before, it is RNG heavy. Basically, we're gonna mash and we want to not get lots of breezes unless they're upward breezes, and we don't want to get a lot of rocks. So we need to reach the top of the mountain as fast as we can. This is absolutely brutal. We're starting off with a breeze, and it is to the side, which is excruciating. Really bad start, but it's okay. Ideally, you want to move from center as little as possible. So yeah, you just gotta mash A, super chill, super chill. This is about the halfway point. This minigame is easy until you are in a speedrun and you don't want to get smacked with stuff. Unfortunately, the game can be really rude. Okay, just doing this quickly. Gonna wait for that to pass. Yes. Oh, dang. I'm just gonna actually get hit by this and stay in this hole right here because it's about to get bad. All right. Yeah, this is really bad RNG for this climb. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna sneak right into this hole so that doesn't hit me. And there's an up breeze, which makes my life a little bit easier. As you see, there's severe lag every time a breeze happens, which is what makes this so incredibly painful. Sounds like you're climbing Booster's Tower. Yeah, it's fun. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I think I am going to not sleep. I'm gonna try something today. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to store it and I'm just gonna run down the mountain because Bob is right at the base of the mountain. If I sleep now and then I leave to go give it to him, I'm going to get a Bob cutscene. So I'm going to just store it when I'm done, and rather than go to sleep, we're gonna run down the mountain and just present it to him today so that the wedding will happen not tomorrow because there's a festival, but the day after should be good. Oh, I also forgot to split for the Theodore cutscene. It's at 48:53 now. Amazing. Good. Thank you so much, demo. Yeah, that's what I mean, is unfortunately the splits may not be up to date. I actually might have made brand new ones that are more in line with the new route, but that's okay. No, it's okay, Joker, no worries. Yeah, you don't buy the blue feather. You can only find it when Theodore comes to you. For the cutscene. So this is an unskippable note cutscene, unfortunately. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, these rocks are absolute mutiny. All right, let's go, let's go. So as you see, the blue feather is now tucked in there. These rocks, we have what we call heavy natural objects and light natural objects. I hate this rock, so I'm just gonna move it. Screw this. Also, this flower placement is absolute trash, so I'm gonna just scoop that over there, sorry. So the heavy natural objects like trees, rocks, all that are actually in the exact same place every single time. The light natural objects like herbs, flowers, honey, all that fun stuff is randomly generated. I would actually be willing to say seeded potentially, but we've never paid that close attention to it. So yeah, we're just gonna run down the mountain just so I don't have to deal with his friendship cutscene because that is also long, and then we can just get straight into the wedding. So yeah, we'll head down to his farm just right over here. 7:30, I'm gonna check left barn. Usually that's where he's at after 7 o'clock on a sunny day. And I'm gonna present him with a blue feather. No point talking to him because he'll just take it and we'll be good. And then we'll go to bed. I also forgot to split for blue feather because I'm paying attention. So yeah, we're going to wake up. It's gonna be a festival day. We're probably, oh, we might actually not. There we go, yeah. We're not gonna get Lone Wolf Note because we talked to both Theodore and Bob. So bam, there you go. And if everything went well, you will hear the sweet sounds of this, wedding bells. And that is how you get married in under an hour in Harvest Moon Magical Melody. Any questions? This is one of the longest marriage cutscenes ever. The split will end after we collect the note after this super long cutscene. Thank you so much for the GGs, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. It was super fun routing on the fly. We always have a general idea. Oh, this kiss is hilarious, yes. I will tell you the glitch. It's not too bad. I can explain it. I got a bit of time after this. Do you mind if I show the glitch after this desert? I think I sent in a 1 hour estimate, so I can give another quick demonstration. I'm gonna screw it up so bad too, you know. I got it first try in the run. So yes, one last plug for me. That is just to let you know that, I know that kiss is amazing. That yes, my name is Lanaruse. I do love Harvest Moon speedruns, and I also do a lot of other fun Harvest Moon games and just other fun games in general. So if you like stuff like that, feel free to drop me a follow over there, and follow this channel if you're not already, because the rest of the marathon is going to be absolutely amazing. I am so excited. So yeah, as you see, the walking out is just brutal. It's so freaking long, but it's okay. I follow both. Yes, thank you to all my regulars who have popped in as well. I definitely appreciate it. So this will be a new Bob marriage world record. Bam, 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 bam. And time. That is a 46:30 on the nose. About 2 minutes faster than the previous time. All right. Yeah, that's a new record.